Then what we need is a block right here and a torch right here, and we should be done. Now if I place a block there, it doesn't work. Ladies and gents, wow, my voice, oh I'm sorry. This is your personal virus, and it is a pleasure for me to finally welcome you back to our iCraft Let's Play Vanilla here on the iCraft Let's Play server. That feels so unnecessary to say. I said it anyways, deal with it. Now as you all know, and if you don't then you know now because I will tell you, there has been a huge gap between the videos and I'm really sorry for that, but we are done complaining and apologizing for that. There's a video out for that where you can complain and everything. What we are here for is to discuss what I have done that you haven't seen yet, and it's been quite a bit. And we will start off the video by showing you some of the old footage that I have recorded ages ago. There will be issues with the microphone. That is one of the main things that bothered me for the longest time, and I had to find a workaround for. Ever since the Windows 10 Creators Update, my microphone had super many issues, so the S will be super sharp in what you will see now, and it might be a bit, yeah, please bear with it, it'll get better. So here's the footage of old me showing you super excitedly all the things of a farm that we will build today. And once we are done with that, depending on how much time we have left, we might check out another thing I did with rows. If we don't have the time, we will check that out next time. But here we go. 1.12 finally dropped. Many people have been waiting for it very impatiently, me included, but not so much for the parrot. What I wanted was the concrete block. We finally have it. Oh, this is gonna be dark. This is not gonna be good. And what we want to make today, just because we have it, is a ginormous concrete farm. I want it to be as AFK-able as possible, which means I want to have to, you have to craft it still, the concrete powder stuff, but the way that this turns into actual concrete blocks is just by putting it close enough to water, and I don't want to have to run back and forth, place a bunch of blocks and then run back and forth again to break them. I want it to be as AFK-able as possible, which means we will do it quite similarly to our wood farm, which should be right around the corner here. Yep. This ginormous monstrosity that just collects all the wood thingies, the trunks of all the trees that we plant, collects them in there, and then we can harvest them when they are in a huge pile. It'll be mostly similar to that, but a lot easier. Building that thing will be super simple, at least if you don't go crazy overboard with it. So yeah, as you could maybe figure out already, we will go crazy overboard with it, of course. It'll be quite ginormous, and let me quickly finish tearing this down, and then we can talk about where I want it, where I think it can go. Look at our castle, it's really coming together. I'm so excited for that. So my original idea was to put it down here, starting at this torch and then going in that direction, because it will be pretty long, pretty high, so we can't put it into our redstone district. But down here I wanted this to be kind of like the mining district for the castle. They have their hard workers right where they can see them and scold them if they aren't doing their work properly and eagerly. But wowee, it is 26 long, 29 deep, 18 high. Doesn't sound like too much, right? But 26 starts here and stops there? No, up there. Yeah. Pretty sure it's, yep, it was this one because I already dug in there. That is huge. That is ginormous. And 18 deep in that direction. Nope, 29 deep in that direction. I will definitely break through to the redstone district. So the only place where we can put it really is starting here, going into that direction. But what I kind of fear is that it would be not so pretty. We will try to make it look pretty and everything, but it will there will be limitations to that. You will see what I mean either in the thumbnail or once we are done with it. So what I want to do first is cut down this wall, which we discussed quite a lot already and which I never did, just so that we can see how much of this wall will be visible from inside the castle. So let me get going with that. Okay, there we go, and I think it looks loads better. It's far from perfect. We have to do a bit of fiddling around, a bit of tweaking it. That torch has to go, and I'm not sure. I want something there anyways, but maybe some sort of a, which would be really cool if we could, from right there, hang some sort of a tower. I know that sounds weird, but we will see if we can make it happen. I have it in my mind, but it's difficult to explain. Some sort of platform that hangs down there and people can go there, do their guards duty. It would be a really cool spot and look really nice as well, I think. But this way we can see a lot more of our castle. Let me actually head up here and see how it reveals itself. Now, I haven't checked that out yet. Oh, look at that. That is so much better from up here already. Oh, I love it. Oh, that is so cool. You can see all the buildings, you can see the catapult. Oh, guys, that is cool. Really nice decision to cut back that wall. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is nice, 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 nice. I'm really happy with that build. But now let's head inside and see how much of this wall right behind me we can see from inside. Where would be a good, yeah, up in the palace, which would be the perfect vantage point to check that out. Oh, it's no problem at all. You see that? It should be totally okay. I'm here in the palace on our lookout platform, and you don't see it at all because this building blocks it. Oh, really nice, really nice. So we can do whatever we want out there. Oh, that's convenient. I didn't think about that when designing that, but that works really, really well. Let me quickly run over to one of these towers. Why not take this and check from up there how it will look. Should be okay though. I'm not so concerned about these towers. Just, I thought it was too dark there. But we can see it from here. And I think that is actually really cool. I don't want it to obstruct the view from the palace, because the palace, you know, rich people, that is my place, my super epic place of awesomeness and evil. I don't want the view from there to be obstructed with anything that I don't like. That is not nice. I mean, it will look nice, kinda, but yeah, I'm okay with, wow. Thank you, voice, so embarrassing. I will work on that thing now and do the whole digging. I will have to repair my tools quite a few times, so we will see each other when I'm done with that in a minute. Alrighty, making my way through this mess here if I can. I totally forgot how to get through here. This is our crazy redstone, no, not redstone, how are these called? I forgot the word of them, nether warts. I got it. I'm so good at this game, oh my goodness. Remember when I said the dimensions of this thing? What was it, 27 by 28 by, did not sound too big, right? Told you it's quite crazy big. Yikes. And I started laying out the thing. These will be pillars just to make it look a bit nicer, and the whole thing will be in between here. Mainly all this area in between the pillars is just for us to fill it up with concrete. Now I'm looking for that word. I'm not good today. But now let me try and build the thing together with you. I will build it with these blocks right here, which will be mostly temporary, just because it's what I have at the moment. Once we get a bit of concrete, I want to do it with that. Just it fits the theme a bit more, and it should be fairly easy to build and to explain to you. We will need this right here, this right here, oh my goodness, and another piece of redstone right there. Then we need a bit of cabling going on to over here. We need one of these observer blocks right at this very spot, and it needs to face me. I find it so counterintuitive how they did these. You know, when they introduced them, they used to be like, if I placed it, it would have looked at me. That I would have understood, but now it's like this, that I don't really understand. Okay, the observer will face into a normal piston. And then we need to lengthen this one more and have a sticky piston. I believe that should work right here. Yeah, that looks perfect. Okay, then what we need is a block right here and a torch right here, and we should be done. Now if I place a block there, it doesn't work. Because I'm pretty sure we need a repeater right here. I forgot about that. And he might have to be at this. Could be. Let's try it out. Will you work? Perfect. See what's happening there? This will make a nice line. It's a really easy design. Oh my God, I really can't talk today. It's horrible. I'm sorry guys. A really easy design to detect when a block is there and move it out of the way for the next block to kick in. This guy is triggered twice. It will detect the redstone signal, unpowering and repowering, but that kind of works perfectly because this piston cannot extract while this is extracted, so it's chung chung. You know, the first time this guy gets his signal here, and oh my goodness, that was so smart. It's not my day today. Oh my goodness. The first time this guy detects his signal, he can't do anything with that block because I can't. I should just stop because this guy is in the way, and the second time when he is retracted, he can extract and move the block to the side. Just like so. Now, you may wonder how this is gonna help us. It's gonna help us greatly because these new blocks, these concrete blocks, the powdered version of them, they are gravity blocks. So they would in theory fall down if we placed them here as sand, for example, would, you know, put the sand here, falls. But if you have them next to water, they instantly turn into the actual concrete. So they do that faster than they would fall. With that, we can make a water source right next to this guy here. Let's just make sure it's gonna be safe. If I do it like that, it should just flow down without spreading and making a mess, right? Perfect, absolutely flawless. And now if we place a concrete powder block there, it'll be pulled back and pushed out towards here. So let me get some concrete powder and we can demonstrate that. Oh yeah, my inventory is totally full. I can't pick that up. So I want to make some gray dye because I think that the gray looks really nice. And now we have a 50% chance of me messing that up, which means I will mess it up, right? Is that the way you do it? Oh, it is. Okay, very nice. And we get a decent amount of it too. Gray concrete powder. Now, as I said, as soon as we place it there, if we place it here, just falls down, right? But as soon as we place it there, now we have the actual block. And what we will do with that, we will collect them, push them out in that direction right until here, and then we will push them up and out and up and out and up and out, and it'll be a ginormous cube. So let me get the last few bits we need for that ready here, then I will make a bit of it, we'll remove all this temporary stuff, replace it with this, maybe do some designing, and then we will see how it looks. Okay, now that should work too. Yeah. As soon as the block ends up here, this guy will power the block, which will power this, which will power that block, which will power that piston. And like this, we already have a really nice setup. And the cool thing about it is that I can just stand here and hold down right click. Now in my test world, this machine sometimes glitched out. Yep, just like so. Okay, so it is gonna happen on the server too. That's a pity. I have to look into that. Oh, yep, and when it glitches out it... Oh no, it did not glitch out at all. It was just that we are missing the mechanism to detect when it's full yet. Okay. Because, you know, pistons can only push things so far. And this would be the limit right here, which is 2 from the pillar. It should be 3 from the pillar. Moving the pillars now is easy enough. If I place you there? Yeah, I'm sure it's everything is okay. But I can harvest these now, start building with them. And as we did it right here, you know, redirecting the flow of the blocks from this direction to that, we will direct them upwards and then inwards as well. I will prepare that and then we can see it. Alright, this would be the basic setup right there. Piston for the upwards movement and piston for the inwards movement. Now let me see if I can figure that out. If we do it like this, with an observer right here, he will detect whenever a block enters this spot, and we want to transfer this signal to all the lower pistons to make them go pushing up. That is rather easy once you know how, and we will use a sticky piston right there, and I have to make a redstone block. And if we put that redstone block on the sticky piston, what should happen? Yeah, he quick pulses, which means he leaves the block behind. So whenever we enter a block right here, all of these flicker. So with that, we should already be at the point where we can make our line of stuff in the ways that, let's eat, where it should trigger and then get pushed up. It did not tick up so far, so wow. Now it's going so fast. Okay, did it work? Yeah, it's totally working. How many more do we need? 3, cool. Let's quickly do that. I'm really happy with that farm. 2 and 3. It works way better than in my testing world here on the server, I have to say. Yeah, but now the fun part. We need loads of pistons, way more than I have, in order to make this all happen. It'll be quite high and a ginormous block once it's finished. So let me get the preparations done for that, and I will be back with you. Wiring the back row of pistons is rather easy too. You have the lower row right here, and the second one we will put a line of whatever building block we want to use behind them. Fill it with redstone. I will use these sea lanterns here just so we have some light, and that should shine through the pistons, I hope. And then you continue that like that. You should not fall down, that's rather inconvenient. And we will do that for 6 lines in total. So that would be our second one, then third, fourth, fifth, and so on until we have 6. And yeah, we have to fill that all with pistons. Yikes. Okay, it doesn't even look that big and just impressive, but that took me a while. Had to craft a lot of these up, but now you can get a bit of a feel for how big that thing will be, and that's why I dug out such a big room. It's big in general, but it will look even cooler if we have a decently sized room around it, I think. And by the way, if you're building that along, if your server can handle it as well as this one can, you don't need this redstone and you can get rid of this block too. These were only there in my test world, as I said, it glitched out sometimes. And then if I didn't want to break this block, I had another block here with a button right here and redstone right here. And this way I could force reset the system. But as it looks, we won't need that here, which is good. Now all we need for this to work is to wire up all of these properly, and to do so we will go back here and, oh, can I make this happen please? Yes, okay. We want a, wait a second, is that correct? Yeah. We want a block right there with a repeater on top of it, set to 0 delay. Well, it's 1 tick delay since it's a repeater, and we will do that for every other row. So this one will not get it, but this one will, because this repeater will power this block, which will also power the line below. So like that we can transfer this signal into all the places we need, and then we just staircase them up like, I don't know, we could do it like so, maybe. It really doesn't matter, build a staircase in the ways you like, you know. Now what we will need in order to finish this thing off is not a minecart. How do you make a cauldron? Is it like so? Oh yeah, okay. I need a cauldron. I don't need a minecart. Let's put that away. Well, I got new I think the overhaul of the achievement system is cool and everything, but it's a bit annoying if you've done it hundreds and hundreds of times and then you get all these, well, annoying is said too much. It's not really annoying. Let me get back up there. Okay, now to detect when a block is up in this spot, it doesn't matter which of these sides we choose, but since we have all of our starting mechanism right there, I did not want anything to interfere, so we have the detection mechanism over at that side, and that kind of makes it look a little bit symmetrical. We will have a helper block right here, which will go into, what am I doing? This sticky piston, which will hold the cauldron. And now comes the interesting part. Can I place the water in the cauldron? Yes, oh, I usually messed it up and destroy all my redstone with that. Now we will have you right there, I would think. Yeah, that should work. We need a comparator to detect whenever the cauldron is up. Oh, and then I'm actually out of these blocks. Oh, let me make some more. We have a machine for that. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit interesting. That was way easier to plan out in creative when you can actually fly, but we just have to do a bit of scaffolding. So you will go into that block. So whenever this block receives power, this will extract, push up the cauldron, which means this guy receives the power because the cauldron is full, sends it into here, from where we want to grab it into that direction, put up a repeater because we need more signal strength than the comparator can give us, and that repeater will simply send it down, which we can do like so. Maybe we can go with the same pattern here, which would be like so. You have to go, we put you right there, you and up, and yeah, that totally works. Okay, this should work. Should it? Yeah, pretty sure. Now to try that out and to make it work even, we need, oh my goodness, this is, I'm not very good with this scaffolding stuff. We need a block here, and let's make it 2 to make life easier on us. We could maybe make that smaller and more compact, but who cares? Now, if I put down a redstone torch right here, all of these should extract at the same time. Perfect, absolutely perfect. So these guys will push the blocks up, and once they reach here, they will all get pushed down. Now some of you might be wondering, hey, this design has an obvious flaw. It is bound to break. It has one weak spot. But I'm not sure if I showed it on camera. I already took care of it, and so can you. It's super easy. The weak spot is all the way in the front here, because what happens if the machine is full? If these can't push any further, or these can't push any further, then the block would get stuck here, which would mean these would get stuck, which would mean this guy would push blocks further and further, breaking the redstone, breaking the whole machine. Taken care of just by putting redstone here and there. This line that goes behind here is the one that is triggered whenever we have a block here, and when a block is stuck here, it will stay on, and if we connect it like so into that block, it will turn off this torch, which means no longer will there be a detection for blocks being right here, and the whole machine will stop. You can actually see that. If I do that a bit, whenever the machine is pushing up a row, we have a slight delay. You know, now it goes super smoothly, and about now we should get to the point where, yep, there it was. There you saw. So it's all working fine, and it is fail-safe. Basically, the technical part of that thing is done. What I have to do left now is make it look pretty somehow. So let me try that. And that is where we are today. As I said, I've done quite a few things off camera, mostly in here, and I'm not even sure if you can see that. This roof, for example, changed. I added a bunch of wooden struts, and this quite is the thing that I've been missing in here. I do love our castle, I do especially love the palace, but it all looked grey in grey, and just adding a few of these wood struts, this helps so much. I will need fences in different colors as well. That'll be amazing. I'm always scared of falling in here, even though I know I can't jump over it, but it is kind of scary nevertheless. So this is how it is looking now. Not all too different, and I still have to do a lot in order to... This is just too grey, too plain. Will change, but in the background you can already see what I have done on the thing, and the thing has changed quite a bit. I love these pillars, they're really cool. This is, here, check this out. colorful. This is, I believe, all gray concrete. I have made all these colors, and I believe I had done them off before, but that is 2 months ago or so, so I have forgotten. I believe this is how much this cube can hold, plus minus, minus is German, plus minus a few blocks. This is how it looks so far. It is not done, and before I test use it, I just realized that I have to put in some lanterns on top, else bad stuff will spawn once the cube is finally forming. But yeah, these pillars are rather simple. This block is powered by a lever, this block is powered by a lever. This is why these are standing up like so. I do like this a lot, and thinking about it, I'm thinking, could I have these going in? No, I cannot, because it's just one block right here, and one would occupy that, and then I couldn't have another. Yeah, sadly that won't work. I could have item frames there. No, I could not either. Yeah, it'll stay like this. I like it. I changed this part quite a lot, because for the longest time I thought it would work in a stable way, you know, the machine that we had, but then it hiccuped on me as well, and it was overcomplicated too. Now it's way easier. We're just making use of the fact that it is a gravity block, this concrete powder. We're just dropping it there, it falls down. Once it is here, this will send power into it. This will detect the power, send it into the block, which will power the piston. So it's just pushed over, way easier, and works 100% flawlessly, but it is slower. But now we want to test this thing out. I will convert all these using the machine, and then we will see what kind of block we get. Oh yeah, but before I will put in some temporary lights. So let's see how that all turns out. Oh, righty guys. Well, what I can say is, it works really nicely. We have this ginormous cube now that I will harvest in a little bit. I mean, look at it. If you look at it with the camera account, it doesn't look all too big, but it's big and massive. Yep, I was almost right. The machine can handle almost that many blocks. A few less, I think 4 I had left. Whatever is stacked up there, I just put them there. So what I will do now is harvest this all, then I can continue working on the machine. Next time we will check out the footage I took together with Sharp Rose. I will show you what I want with that machine design, why it's like this needs to go. And there's no real need for me to having to stand here. I can make that better, you know, it's this whole block, it just doesn't really fit there. So this will go, it'll be somewhere else so we can see the pillar better and everything. Not sure what to do about this guy. I could just have a carpet here. Maybe I will redesign the floor in general because this kind of blends too well now that I see it all together. Should we take a step back and look at it from a distance? No, I'm scared because things can spawn on there. We will be happy with what the camera account showed us there. As I said, I will continue harvesting that thing, then we will have a ton of materials, and with that we will be out for today. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope I will see you in the next one. This was your personal virus, and I hope I got you infected. It's a shipwreck of sorts we have never seen before. Okay. That is freaking me out. No! Just no! It's making squeaky noises and everything. I will not kill that rabbit.